Yay, happy Sunday, everyone. Oh, to be so loved, Elise. Oh, perfect. Yay. All right, team, I grabbed a towel for the hamstring IT band stretch. So if you have a band or something handy to go into that stretch, that would be great. A yoga strap, or and then we're going to start with that left foot, rolling into the heel, ball of the foot back and forth. And then outside rim of the foot. How was your birthday, Lise? I hope you had the best day. I know that's a long time ago now for you. We celebrated you. And inside rim. Dig into the heel. Oh, yay. And then the arch. I feel like this is a real birthday bonus, unlike some other things that I call birthday bonuses. And then ball of the foot, scroll pinky toe to big toe. I feel like our autocorrect is not working on all cylinders today. But I understand what you're all saying. Oh. And then set your left foot down. The heel to all 5 toes should connect to the earth just a little bit better, a little bit more rooted into the ground. And then go after that right foot. That connection, so we start with our feet and we work with our feet, especially in willpower grace. And as we move through certain things, it's intentional to kind of root and re-ground ourselves from our foundation up. So because our feet are what connects us to the earth most often throughout our day, we start with that so that we can get that reconnected in a positive way to the floor, root ourselves physically, emotionally, and mentally. Outside rim of the foot. That's good to reset your body throughout the day too. So if you're feeling a little off, again, starting foundationally, resetting, and then begin again. Inside rim, just like we do in our exercise, we can apply that to a meeting. We can apply that midday at work. True. I think this would be hard to do in a handstand position. We'll let Chelsea weigh in on that. Good dog. And dig into the heel. Okay. And the arch. Ooh, that's super crunchy. Aww. So good. And ball of the foot. Big toe to pinky toe. And then full foot. They're doing dog training right out in front of our house. Makes me be prepared for maybe some vocal pups. And then go ahead and set that left foot and right foot together. It was really good, Chels. And the feet should melt into the floor. So again, grounded from the foot up. And we're going to take it right into our back stretch. We're going to do one hamstring stretch from our back stretch position. Then we'll do it without. So lay down on your back. I love that. So resourceful, Lisa. I can't tell if that's going to be painful. And then in that position, establish your back gap, the length and the height of it. Oh, my sweet pup. And then bend your knees, lift your hips, and then set your hips back down on the ball. I love you, baby girl. From there, go ahead and let the knees fall into the chest. Oh, again, letting gravity do its thing. So you can adjust where that ball is, up and down a little bit, to find the space that gives you more of a release for that lumbar spine. So if you need to shift it around, take the time to do that. And then open the legs. Inhale. Good job, girls. Exhale, close the legs, straighten the legs, flex the feet, and open. Oh, those are tight. Inhale. Exhale, close the legs, bend the knees and open. Inhale. Exhale, close the legs, straighten the legs, flex the feet, and open. Inhale. Exhale, close the legs, bend the knees, and open. Now this time, as we close the legs, straighten the legs, take that right leg, set it down, take the left foot and hook it, and then pull that left leg towards you. Now, the straighter you can get this right leg, you'll be getting a hip flexor stretch here in opposition of this hamstring. Try and keep that left leg as straight as you can as you pull the foot towards your head. Big breath. Exhale, bend that knee and switch. So now your right foot is in that towel or strap. Your left leg can be down straight or down bent, and then pull that right leg in towards you, keeping this right knee as straight as you can. Yelza is right. And then if we lengthen this out, feeling this pull in the hip flexor. Inhale. As you exhale, soften that right knee and then come back into that where we have both knees pulled in towards the heart. Let them fall out and open. Bring the hands to the feet and bring the feet towards each other, sending the knees out and away, opening up the hips. Big breath in. As you exhale, close the legs, straighten the legs, flex the feet. You can use your towel or strap to hook your toes. Big breath. As you exhale, go ahead and release the bind and then open the legs. The hands come on the inside and push. And then come around the backside and pull. close the legs, bend the knees, wiggle your toes, move your ankles around, circle them without any kinks through your ankle and your toes. And then set one foot at a time down, lift your hips, remove the ball, lay your back down, and then feel the after. Your back should melt into the floor. And then you're looking to lift up, place the ball right under your sternum. I'll be right back. And then as you lay, wrap yourself in a tight, tight hug with your right arm on top. These hips really stretching. Oh, I missed some things. I'm gonna have to scroll back through and check out the story of the clocks. Now, as you come into that tight squeeze is on purpose, so you're giving yourself pressure at the sternum, and then unwrap, big circle. You can pause where you feel that pull, and then bring the other arm on top. Thanks, honey. And squeeze. Unwrap. Big circle. Right arm on top. Unwrap. Big circle. And last time, left arm on top. Unwrap. Big circle. And slowly roll all the way up. Can you take it to that? As you remove the ball from underneath, go ahead and lay back down. When you lay back down, you'll want your towel. Take it to dad, sweet girl. Good job retrieving them. Left foot is hooked with the towel or strap. Now this one's going to be a little uncomfortable. So you have that left foot hooked, keeping your tailbone down. So this left hip is going to want to lift up, and we're keeping it down and taking it across. It would be easy to let it float and just let this whole hip come with you. You want to keep that ground into the floor and then take it across. Now, to deepen it, mine's super tight, so I don't need to deepen it. But if you need to deepen it, you would take it across more, flex the foot more, and then pull your foot more towards your head. So it's the over, the flex, and the up this way. Take it out of stretch and bring it back in. We're going to do that one more time. Tease it into a little bit more mobility. When you're in that hold, the muscles are going to try and grip because it's uncomfortable. Breathe. Take a nice big deep breath in through your nose, an even longer audible exhale out your mouth, and let that hip go. One more time. Tease it out and back in. Inhale. Now, as you exhale, bring it back center and pull. Same thing, as you pull it in towards you, let that hip go. Feel the left glute feel heavy into the ground. Feel the difference of that release. And then take it out to the left side. Try and keep this right hip down. Pull the left foot up towards your head. Big breath. As you exhale, come center. Go ahead and remove the bind from that left leg. Hook the right. Here we go. Once we get that foot in check, keeping this right hip down, take it across the body. Breathe. And then in that same way, taking time, if you can let this go more by bending that left foot, that left knee, and the foot to the floor, find the position that gives you a little bit more trust. This right hip heavy into the ground. If you need to make it deeper, it goes over more. Straighten that knee as much as you can. Flex your foot, woof, and pull your foot towards your head. Breathe. Take it out of play, release the stretch for a second, and then bring it back in. Take it out of play, and then bring it back in. Inhale. As you exhale, take the leg back to center. Pull it in a few times. Again, play with that movement. If you can bring it in really far, but your knee is bending, see if you can come into a straight leg and pull. Sometimes it feels good to have that mobility, so you could do a couple with your knees bent, but then make sure that you're giving it an opportunity to stretch and lengthen with this knee all the way extended. And then take that right leg out to the side. The left hip stays down, and then pull your foot towards your head. Inhale. Exhale, bring your leg to center. Go ahead and hook both feet and pull. Now, ideally, we've tried to give, I know, I'm sure if mine feel this great, yours have to be even better, Chels, after all that explosive running. Now, in this position, if you have time throughout your day or throughout your week to come into this position, you could even be up against a wall like we used to do so that you can be reading a phone or something, a device. But in time, as you hold that, your release will get bigger and bigger. So it feels super tight when we're doing it because we don't hold it for very long. And soften the knees, unhook the feet, roll it up. But if you have time to sit in that a little bit longer, I don't want to take a lot of our time to do that, but it's super valuable. Go ahead and open up the legs. We should feel a little bit more limber. And then lean in. Move around. So picture like cougar, crawling around, exploring forward and back. You can come behind the body, over, move around, lubricate and work through that fascia. Don't give yourself a pedicure on the mat. Big deep breath. As you exhale, pull that right foot in towards your hip and then reach over. Yes, I'm horrible about doing that one. Yes, I had to, obviously I had to second glance that. Yeah, it's gotta be something in the grass, right? Like some allergy to something outside, because I feel like Bruno and the girls started increasing that at the same time. And come up. Drive this left hip forward. Reach the left arm back behind you. Inhale. Exhale, come back down. And then bring that left foot all the way across the right. Yeah. And it like didn't in the winter. I feel like in the winter it got a little better and then it got bad again. I feel like that's how the girls were. Lean left and twist. Gracie, Grace, 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 Gracie, Grace. Hey, Gracie. Hey, I know you can hear me. Stop. And then cradle the baby. I know, especially because she knows, she can hear me. And then as you take that leg into your arm, move a little bit right to left, front to back. Hey, Gracie, go see Dad. I feel like they get bored, honey. Thank you. Thank you for listening. And then here we go, Lisa, birthday favorite. Extend that leg. Oh, do you hear that? I hear brother. Okay. They're not having any of it. I know I do that all the time. I feel like my neighbors have to laugh when they hear me calling them outside. Hey, thank you for listening on the 8th time. Room for improvement. I still love you. Now take that left foot, put it on top of the right. Remember, that's not going to feel good for everyone. So find that foot placement that feels right for you. And then in that, move around a little bit. And then sit on your right hand. And as you sit on your right hand, gentle pull with the left. Just like we've talked about before, we're using this as a little tactile pressure point. So you go right above the earlobe and press in firm and pull. Move your head around. Inhale. As you exhale, bring your head back to neutral. Right arm comes across the body. You can hold it. You could go into a full back. Big breath. And as you exhale, open up the arms, shake them out. Take that right leg, reach it out. Reach over and hang there for a second. We're going to take a few big breaths just like we did on the other side, allowing the body with each breath to kind of fall into that right side. Inhale. Exhale. Come back up. And then take that lift up and back. Take that right leg forward and then pull this right on back and away. And come back down. Take that right leg. Bring it all the way across. So as you do that, finding that placement that feels good in the joints, and then spinal twist. Inhale. I love that kid. Exhale, come back to center. Cradle that right leg. And rock it. Move front to back, side to side. Hey, Victor.
Yeah?
Is Grace sitting by the door to go out?
She's with me.
Oh.
Grace is with me.
Okay. That's what I was thinking too, Chels. Inhale. Exhale. and extend. It is, I remind myself all the time. I don't know, I feel like it was too long ago, but Spence used to whistle all the time, all the time. You knew Spence was in the room because he coming from, it was nonstop whistling. Um, and that's a sign of joy, right? Like people who hum or whistle, that's really good for you. It's very good for your vagus nerve. And set that right foot on top of the left. I feel like, and I don't know if you feel like this, but I feel like this was a little less intense because of taking the time on the towel. What do you think about that? Hey, love, 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 love. Move around in that. If it doesn't feel good to have your right foot on top, then you can put it. Oh, it's been a long time since I've done a mom snap, huh? Or at least been teased about it. I think I have done it, but sit on your left hand. After you create that bind, take a firm pressure point and jinx into the right above the earlobe. There's a bony rim that we're trying to connect into there. You press into that on purpose and then pull over. Move your head around to find where you're tense in that neck. Use gravity as you lean over. You can use your body weight to deepen that stretch and then come out of it. Take your left arm across. Very different. You can be here or you can be here. That movie so reminds me of Vic because I feel like he likes that one. Big deep breath in. Exhale. Go ahead and open up the arms. It's a little, that and a fool's rush in. Go ahead and bring the legs center. Rotate over onto your hands and knees. From there, extension, look up. Now, some of you need more extension in your life. Some of you need more flexion in your life. Our goal is that we would get to know ourselves well enough to find what is it that we need more of. I actually extend and arch my back more than I round it. So for me, it's more valuable to work on the flexion, but that's rarer. So you have to figure out for yourself what is it that you need and then work into that in your cat-cow or in that flexion and extension. And then pull your left knee. Let's lift up into inverted V first. Let's go to that. That will feel good. And then tread your feet. Let your head hang heavy. Big breath in. As you exhale, float your right leg. Pull your right leg all the way into plank. Now I can reach back, grab that left foot. I think it's because I wish my abs are not always in tight, but thank you for thinking so. But I think it's from that we do so much overhead stuff and years of ballet and extension of that posture, and then every time we take our hands overhead, I have to be really mindful. My back goes into extension instantly. My baby. My honey. Inhale. As you exhale, push into your hands, dig into your left foot, lift that left knee, and then you can pull that right foot into the floor for a low lunge. Let your hip hang heavy into the ground. And then from there, come into crescent. Turn right here. Once you're in that crescent lunge, your left heel is lifted And then you drop into that and then drive the hip forward. And then from that drive with your hips, the arms are the follow through there. Now take your right hand, gentle pull on your left. And then open the arms and twist. Big breath. As you exhale, sweep that arm so that you come back into that crescent. Open the arms and then turn your left toes out so that you have that warrior two. Come into peaceful warrior. Back into warrior two. Bring your right hand down. Straighten that right leg. And soften it. Come back up into warrior two. Now take that left hand, sweep it back into your crescent lunge. Arms come down to straddle that right foot. Drop the left knee, turn the toes out, move around a little bit, and then sweep that right arm back behind you. Oh, yay. Option to hook it. I feel like I'm playing Twister around hook today, but you know the position you're supposed to be in. Inhale. Exhale, come back. Dig the left toes into the floor. Step back into your high plank. Drop down into a low plank and push through. You'll go full range. Let those hips hang heavy. Lift your tailbone. Tread your feet. And then lift that left foot. Pull your left foot all the way through. Option to reach back. Option to drop down if you have the space on your mat. Inhale. As you exhale, release and let go of what's still binding tight in the hip, in the back. And then push back up into your hands. Dig your right toes into the floor. Lift the right knee up onto that left foot. Once again, let gravity pull this right hip down towards the floor. And then lift up. Lift your right heel. Drop the right knee. You drive the right hip forward and then those hands follow through, sweeping back. Your left hand, gentle pull on the right wrist. And then open, twist over. And take that left hand, sweep it back into crescent. Open the arms, turn your right toes out so that you're now in your warrior two stance. Come into peaceful warrior. And then that left hand comes down, right hand up. Straighten your left leg. And then soften it. Good girl, Gracie. Good girl. Come back up into warrior two. Take that right hand, sweep it back into crescent. Arms come down, straddle that left leg. Drop the right knee. Turn your left toes out. Move around. Reach back behind you. Option to hook. That's a good one. And go down, take breath. Bring it back to center. Dig your right toes into the floor. Lift the right knee. Step back into high plank. Low plank. Press your heart through. Lay your thighs on the floor. Flatten your feet. Look back. And then sink the hips back for child's pose. Bow your head to the mat. Inhale. From there, bring your hands to your body. Push yourself up. And let's finish with spinal rotation. So you come over onto your back. Now we're going to do one last stretch together. And if there's something better for you to do, feel the freedom to do that instead. If there's a version of that spinal rotation that's better for you, go into that. Otherwise, I'm going to straighten my right leg and then take my left knee, tuck it in, move it around a little bit, and then drop it over to the right side. That right arm, gentle pull. Left arm comes up, reach it to the ceiling, and then goal post it out to the side. Look over that left shoulder. Inhale. Exhale, bring it back to center. Again, all of those holds would be valuable to sit at it longer. So if you want to hold one side the whole time and do the other side after we've said our goodbyes, that movement to release and then switch the knee and let go and let your body come into that full let down and that release of the tension that you feel. Take that right knee, bring it across the left side. Sometimes that takes longer than the 30, 45 seconds we have to spend. Left hand, gentle pressure. Right hand up, reach it, spread the fingers, and then goal post it. Look over that right shoulder. With each exhale, picture the muscles binding around your spine, releasing and letting go. Inhale. And exhale. Bring both knees to your heart. Tuck into a tight ball. Inhale. Exhale, set your head down. Roll yourself up. As you roll yourself up, oh, thanks, ladies. You can take your knees out to the side and lean in, hip opener here. Or come into that low squat position, finding what feels right for you to breathe and open up your hips. Now, while we're in this position, thinking about whatever stress it is that you're carrying, whether that's something on your mind, whether that's something heavy on your heart, so much going on around us in the world. So taking a second to release and let go. Big breath in. Exhale. And then in that space, tent the hands to the floor. If you're seated, bring the knees together, come over onto your hands and knees, and make your way up into that forward fold. Let the head hang heavy. Shake your head no. Nod it yes. And slowly roll up one bone at a time. We're going to do that again. And what I want you to think about, friends, is in this same, bring your hands to your heart for a moment. In that same no thank you, think of the things today, the things as you start your week that crowd in when we unintentionally don't say, no, there's no space for that. There's no space for that thought. There's no space for that emotion. preserve what you want close to your heart and be intentional with that no thank you, so that then the things, all the beauty, all the good, all that joy, we're open to it and we have the space to invite that in. And we reach for those things with intention, taking steps to get them, and then gratitude for them. So in that same space, come back down into your forward fold. And each time, connecting that when we shake our head no, it's the same as those no thank yous. It's the same as the things in our heart and our brain that keep spiraling. We say no to those. We nod our head yes to the things that serve us. And then that resets the fluid in the brain. We find our center. And in that grounded, rooted space, roll up one vertebrae at a time. Squeeze your glutes. Pull your abdominals in. Roll your shoulders back and down. And then take a nice big deep breath in. Arms come up. Reach your fingertips to the ceiling. Kind eyes towards the ceiling. And exhale one more time. Big deep breath in. Arms up. And exhale, give yourselves a hand. Awesome job. Thanks, Lisa. I feel like the more we can practice that, it's easy. There's so many things around us that it's easy to focus on those things and let so much of that in. And it's so good to be aware and be mindful of the things around us, and then also to be protective, just like we would with our loved ones. You know, it's that whole, sometimes it's like, I think I'm going to try that for the week. And then I go, I just have to try it for the next minute. Sometimes the week is too daunting. And then it's like a day, like one day at a time, or like one moment. In this moment, I'm going to read this article, and then I'm going to take a deep breath. And in that next moment, not let it control my thoughts moving forward, which is really, really hard. Yes. Yes, Chie. That always reminds me of Lisa, tall Lisa. Every time I use, I don't know where she heard it, but she was like, don't should all over me. And I say that all the time to Ben when he's not shooting all over me, but if he's saying something his friend or people have said to him, I'm like, don't let them should all over you. So all those shoulds, no thank you. Open to I know I don't know where Lisa got that, but I love it. And I think about it all the time, because it's especially but you know me better than that. Thank you, Heidi. I love you, friends. Have a great rest of the day. Launch into a better head, heart, and body space as we wrap up this weekend. And I will see you tomorrow for Pilates.